Hello YouTube, Jared here, and today I just wanted to make a video on my favorite build in Diablo 4 right now, and this update expansion has been one of my favorite expansions ever. The game feels like a breath of fresh new air, and if you haven't played it in a while, I really recommend it. And I tried every single class of the season. I made a build, and my favorite class is still the Barbarian. And we are using this helmet. I didn't get, of course, Hair of Perdition, but it's a nice secondary because that damage extra bonus does work. We're putting a wire whittling two-handed weapon damage reduction with the whirlwind grips, Gore's devastating grips. Try to get critical strike chance, and we're using Temerity. And we got some movement speed boots, and this is one of the best things that you can put on your Barbarian, in my opinion. While above 50% primary resource, you deal the damage, but you gain berserking. So it's like you're always berserking, because it's kind of hard to be always berserking. And we're running the, while channeling a skill, all damage is increased 128%. And by the way, Whirlwind is a channeling skill, so that counts. We have deal increased damage while we have a barrier, because we always have a barrier. And Ramalati's Magnum Opus. When I got this, I was doing a few billion, but this one just made the billions go up a lot. So this is one of those, might get nerfed. I hope it doesn't. And I got lucky to get the grandfather here. But if you're not, you could run, I'm doing a bleed build. I would put, while berserking or direct damage inflicts 75% bonus bleeding, I'll put that on your sword and put something else on your necklace. I love movement speed, so I put movement speed on mine. But yeah, we got some resource cost reduction too. And this one is really nice. Your dust devils deal damage, and the iron shrapnel. Actually, we're doing some damage with the iron skin. And this one we have. This is probably the most important one for keeping our resource up. Gain 20 primary resource per second while you have a barrier. That is what is sustaining us, by the way. It's really good. And we did get resource cost reduction here, and resource cost reduction here. And these have critical strike chance. Make sure you put critical strike chance on your weapon, on all of them. And you know what's so funny, guys? I had the grandfather and I forgot to mod it with the critical strike chance. Rip bozo. That's what happens when you get too excited and you don't do it. Just to let you guys know what I'm talking about. It's when you're tempering the weapon here. You can come to weapons and you come down here to critical strike chance. And you can do that. I could have did that with a grandfather and I didn't do it because I'm dumb. So don't make the same mistake I did. And guys, for the runes, I tested all of the sets for this guy, and the one for Whirlwind that I like the most is this Cetron's Fury. It makes your character huge, and then you do 600% increased damage. The thing is, you have to be above 100 Fury, so you got to keep your resources high. Right, and then we're running Fist of Fate up here. And yeah. And for the Paragon board, Oh yeah, by the way, you were running the sword technique. And the skill tree, you don't need anything in the first. We're not using anything here. Just go all into Whirlwind. Get this one does increased damage. That is really good. And then this one. And then we're doing the Dust Devils. The Dust Devils are doing the most of the damage. And I don't use anything else, but this one here, Iron Skin, I went to this one, the Retaliation, because the Iron Shrapnel actually saw it doing like 1 billion damage. I'm not joking. It's crazy sometimes. And now we're going to come down here. And War Cry, I don't really like any shout skills, but this one, if you go this one, it gives you really good amounts of damage multiplication. And then that's all you need. And I don't get any of those. Those are all granted. Don't. We do get Steel Grasp because when you're fighting the boss, you need to make him vulnerable several times. So if you make it a basic skill, you can just get and I don't even know why I need this because I have Berserking always, so I don't need to go Berserking. And this one definitely make them vulnerable. I don't use any ult. This is just like my fun minimal build. As you can see, we got 4 skills on the bar. And let's look at Paragon. Paragon is kind of minimalist. I just came up here. We slotted in Disembowel, 20% damage over time. I'll give you a few seconds to look at this. I should make a build and post it, but I'm not going to do it. Too lazy. And Force of Nature is our first board we picked. So I'll give you a look how we built that up there. And we came and put an Exploit. This is one of the best glyphs. I would put this in your first glyph because vulnerable, it goes so well. And then your second board, I would go ahead and slot in Hemorrhage, hence vulnerable enemy. And I would come here and just come down here and build it, grab this here, and then just leave it alone. Later you'll come down through there and get that. And then I would come build up here. So your next board, Blood Rage. That 10% so you can't, we don't care about the chance to go berserking, we care about your damage is increased by 60% while berserking. So if you want to see how we're building that, I'll go up that way. And we slot in a Blood Feeder here for 10% increased damage to enemies affected by damage over time, which there's a lot of them. And then we came into Decimator. And by the way, guys, I didn't watch any build guides or anything. I just made this myself. I don't care about what other people are doing. I just have fun for myself, you know. I was like, I want to do Bleed Tornadoes, so let's do Bleed. And this is Decimator. So what we slotted in was Dominate here. Every 12 seconds gain a power charge. And when you're doing this, you're going to come down here and go back to that glyph that we did last time about the Twister. 13% increased damage after making Dust Devil. And that is it, guys. And after you're done getting all your legendary slots, I would go back and fill in these resistances stuff. As you can see, I built up to get some more resistance stuff. Go back and grab 2% healths and these things. I can get some more armor, things like that. But the goal should be get the legendary node first, and then go slot your glyph and just get the heck out of the board. Don't try to do anything extra. But then when you're done building all your boards, you can go back and get some extra health and like resistance, as a rule of thumb. And anyway, guys, let's go do like a Torment. I could do Torment 12. It'll take a while, but let's just, for the sake of it, let's just do Torment 11. I was running a defense helmet, just a regular helmet with damage reduction, but this one I noticed the damage was pretty noticeable. Let me just show you what the shrapnel does. You see when somebody hits me, it like shoots out the shrapnel. That was 10 million. Okay, maybe. I thought I saw one do 10 billion right there. Maybe it didn't. Oh my goodness. Spin to win. But yeah, if you guys want to do more damage, you could just go follow Rob's tornado build. I think mine would be more down to earth because it's like, even though I do have a grandfather. Sometimes you don't even need the grandfather, I just like using it. Then you need to apply vulnerable to him, because he just runs out of vulnerable. And there it is, guys. Yeah. And I'll show you my ghost again. Disembowel. 92. So we got Disembowel, Dominate, Blood Feeder, Exploit, and Twister. So yep, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you need one, and just quickly look over this gear again if you want. I tempered life on that one. Try to get some Fury regen somewhere, like on your boots or somewhere, because you need a little bit. And crit strike chance is really important. And yeah, if you can get a temerity, that will help a lot. Yeah. This is the one, primary resource per second while you have a barrier. That one's kind of like very important. As a matter of fact, I'll show you where it is, just in case you might not know where it is. It's in the resource section. And if you're really struggling with resource, you could switch over your skill. Instead of using this, you could use this, and it will be a barrier for a few seconds and generate more resource. But if you didn't have temerity, that would be good. But the druid, the two things I got in here, I will just show you real quick. Take them out so you can see. Is I like to put Neo in there, avoid health for 2 seconds, and you gain 200 offering. And then the druid's earth and bulwark shield for 3 seconds. I put that in there. That will help you. Just that alone will give you enough thing. And then for your, make sure on your ring. I can't do this on this guy already. Let me just show you a random ring. Let's just say you have a ring. Make sure you put. Oh yeah. Make sure you put. It's not under offenses. It's under resource. And it should be on my thing. I already have it on. Yes, right here. Vulpine's Aspect. Gain 20 primary resource per second while you have a barrier. This is really nice. It does take a slot for something that could be offensive, but yeah, I found that it's kind of lifesaver. Anyway, I think it stacks too, so if you have 2 barriers, it's 40. Same thing with deal increased damage while you have a barrier. I think this stacks too with the earth, with temerity and the earth and bulwark shield. So if you have 2 barriers, you do 106% increased damage. Or 3 barriers. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.